Hello everyone, my name is Basil Paul. In this video I'm going to discuss about some of the basic Unix commands. These commands are used in Unix operating systems, and some of the very basic commands are how to create a directory, how to create files, how to move contents between the files, etc, etc. So here I have a set of questions which I'm going to solve. The very first question is to create a directory with my name. So for creating a directory, the command is to make directory, that is mkdir, and the name of the directory. So I've given the directory as the name as Blessy, and then I've created it. Okay, now to change the directory, that is when we start working with the Unix command, we will first be using the root directory. Now to change from one to the another directory, we have to use the command cd and give the name of the directory to which I have to change. So here I've given the cd Blessy, that is the directory that I wanted to change. Now the third question is to create a file called studentsdetail.txt. So for creating a new file, the command is catcat greater than the name of the file. So after creating the file, I'll insert all this informations into my file. Okay. Now the fourth one is to find a pattern from the pattern inside the file which I created right now, and the pattern is data warehouse. So I'm going to display all the students' name with their register number and department who has their elective as data warehouse. So for getting the pattern for data warehouse, I'm going to use the command called grep, and then data where there is pattern, and then the file name in which I want to search the pattern. So when I search the following pattern, I get the output as 005 Leela CSC data ware. So you can see in over here, this is the content that I enter into my file, and you can see the very first one and the only data warehouse is the first one, that is the person called Leela. So that has been displayed over here. Okay. The fifth question is to display the number of students having the elective cat from students.detail.txt. So again I'm going to use grep cat, then the file name, but here I have to display the number of students. So I'm going to count the number of people who has registered as a free elective as cat. So for doing that, I'm going to use the command called wc, and so because I want to count the line, the number of cat persons, so I'm going to use minus L to count the line. The L stands for line. So I'm going to use a pipeline operator over here. So what this pipeline operator do is, whatever result we get in the first half will be given as input to the second command, and this and that input will be processed and the output will be displayed. So when I execute this command, I'll get the number as 2, the answer as 2, because you can see in this file only 2 persons has registered for cat. Okay, now the next question, the sixth one, is to display the file in sorted order respective to the register number. So I'm going to sort the following file according to the register number. So for sorting, we use command called sort minus n, then the file name. So you can see when I entered the file, it was not in proper order. The first one is 5, then 2, then 1, but after sorting, the displayed output will be 001, 002, 003, etc. So I actually did it according to this. So the minus n shows that the number one of the numbers will be included in it, which will get sorted, and the file will get sorted. Okay. Seventh question is to create a new file called backup.txt with the same content as .txt. So I'm going to create a file which will have the same content as my previous file. So for doing that, I'm simply going to use cat command, but I'm not going to copy or rewrite the whole stuff. I'm just going to use this simple shortcut, that is cat, the name studentdetail.txt, and then I'm going to use this two greater than symbol and then give my new file name. So now you can see when I open the file student.details, this is the thing that is going to display, and then when I open the backup.txt, again the same content is getting displayed. So to display a particular file, the command used is cat, the file name. Okay. The eighth one is to rename the file backup.txt to safety.txt. So there is no provisions for renaming it. So we're gonna move my file called backup to a new file, creating a file instantly. So I've used the command called mv backup.test save.test. In this command, actually we are moving the content from backup.test into the save.test file. The save.test file is instantly created file. Okay. The ninth one is how many files are available under slash dev. So the slash dev is actually an inbuilt dictionary which is already will be present in a Unix operating system. So I'm going to count how many files are available in there. So for that, first I have to change the directory to dev directory. So that I'm use the cd command, and then to count the number of files in the dev directory, I'm going to use the wce command again. Okay, now before that, because it's a directory, I can't directly use it with using the WC. So I'm going to first take ls. So ls means it will display all the files inside a directory. So by using the ls, whatever output is there, using the pipeline operating system, I'm going to get the output of ls as an input into wc/l minus l. So you can see the answer is 180. So there are 183 files in dev directory. Now the next one is to display the current time. For displaying the time, the command is date, and you can see the output, all the date, date, time, everything has been displayed together. Okay, now I want to display the June month of year 2017. So when you want to specifically display a particular month or a particular year, there's a command is call the month date. That here June is 6th month, so 6, and in the year that is 2017. So you can see over here the output is June 2007, and the calendar has been displayed over here. Okay, the 12th question is store the username whoever is logged into the system now and save it to the file user.txt. So now I'm going to find the user who is right now logged into the system, and I'm going to save all the details about that user into a file called user.txt. Okay, so to find out who the person has been currently logged in, the command is who. So I'm going to store this command, the details into user.txt. So the command is who greater than user.txt. So here the user.txt is an instantly created file, and the file will contain the user or the contents of the command or the output of the command who. Okay, the 13th one is how many words are present in the file string.detail.txt. So now the previous time we counted the line, now we're going to count the number of words. So again we're going to use the wc command, but this time we have to count the word. That's why I'm going to use wc minus w. The w stands for word, and then the file name. So I'll get the number of words that is inside that is in my file. Okay, the next one is to find the terminal number that I'm using. So for terminal number is a unique number which I will only use at a time. So for that I'm going to use the command called who am I. So all the details of myself or the person who is currently logged in will be displayed, like the name, the terminal number with the date, time, etc. Even the IP address of the particular computer. Okay, 15 wants to display the content under your home directory, including the hidden files. So as I told before, whenever one wanted to display the contents inside a directory, we use the command called ls. Now the condition over here is to display even the files which are hidden. So for displaying the hidden file, the command used is ls minus a. So a, when we give this command, even the hidden file including with the other one will get displayed. You can see over here, this is some of the output that have been shown over here. Okay, the 16.1 is to create an alias named unhidden for the command to display files including the hidden. So now I'm going to create an alias called unhidden. So whenever I give the unhidden one, it will work as ls minus a. So for creating an alias, I'm going to use the command that is alias unhidden is equal to, then inside the quotes I'm going to give ls minus a. 17.1 is to find out the process ID of the shell that I'm using. So for finding out the process ID, the simple command is ps. So by giving the ps, I get all the necessary information about the process ID of the shell I'm using. Then the 18th one is to create 10 empty files with the extension .txt, .doc and jpeg. So there is a simple way of creating more than one file, empty files with different extensions. So we don't have to again use a cat command to create new file. It will be very tiresome to create and do more than one or two file. For creating it, doing it in a simple way, I'm going to use the command called tech and then give all the file names that I'm going to give. That is, the first one is 1.txt, second is 2.jpg, 3 is doc, then again other kind of documents. So I'm going to use I'm creating all these files together at one time using the command called fetch. Okay. The 19 one is to create a directory named CSE and move all the .txt file from the directory to the newly created CSE. So whatever files I have in my current directory, that is the blessing directory, I want to move all those things into the newly created CSE without individually copying it. So I'm going to do it. How I'm going to do is to first create the directory of CSE. So here mkdir CSE. So I created my directory and I'm going to move all the .txt files from the current to the CSE directory. So simply I can do it is md then star.txt. The star.txt means all the all the files which ends with extension .txt, and I'm going to move it to CSE directory. So that's why I'm giving the name of the directory over here. So everything will get moved to CSE. So when we do an ls after getting into the directory CSE, we'll get all the same files inside the CSE directory too. Okay, the last question is to display the last 3 lines of the file student.details .txt. So I'm going to display only the last 3 lines of my file. So for that I'm going to use a command called tail. Tail means it will start taking the contents at the very end of the file. So when I use minus n3, it means number 3 3 lines from below, from down bottom, it will be fetched and it will be displayed. So the command is tail -93 student details.txt. If I display 5 lines from the bottom, I will just simply give 5 instead of 3. So you can see the output over here is so. And if you remember, my file contained this details, and you can see the last 3 was 06, 04 and 03. This is the same content displayed over here, that is 6, 4 and 3. So that's all with my video. Thank you so much for watching.